Good.
And we will go for it.
Walking around. I think
Can you
Hey
mute
guys,
everybody?
welcome. I'm going to mute everybody here.
Oh, geez, I didn't even see him. He's standing there. He's not supposed to be. I know that.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, welcome. Your final call before the big hike. Can you even believe that we are here? What is your emoji? Like, what would your face be? Laughy cry face, or this one. You guys, what you have done over the last 10 weeks in Oregon, you guys are just finishing up your training. You have about 3 more weeks left. What you guys have done is incredible. The training, the time, the fundraising, the effort, like this is not a small effort. How are you guys feeling? We thumbs up. You guys can say some stuff in the chat, like how you're doing. Give me a word. I'm so incredibly proud of this team. Ready to rock. Yes, feeling good. Awesome. Well, I posted on the Facebook group that we had some lightning going on in the Pacific Northwest, and it is nothing short of a miracle that more fires didn't ignite in our area, because there was over 400 strikes in a really short amount of time, and it's amazing. So we're looking at clear skies ahead, and just keep praying that that there's no other thunderstorms, and we're walking into a good scenario. So Oregon, because I wasn't able to move you into your other group, I'm sorry about that, but you guys, I'm going to cover kind of similar information. So when I go over the hike schedule for Washington, it's going to be exactly the same for you, except your dates, of course. Does that make sense? Somebody from Oregon, you can holler at me in the chat and say, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So all of you are arriving on different days. And so I'm going to be sending out, after this call, I'm going to send out kind of a rundown of what to expect when you arrive. So the hub of this whole thing in Leavenworth is at the Linderhof Hotel. You guys have been communicated that. And then in Oregon, it's at the Holiday Inn. So that's where the hub is. That's where all the rooms are. Some of you are staying in different places, which is totally fine, as long as you know that you have to be at the hub hotel at specific times. So hiker check-in for both Washington and Oregon is going to be between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. the night before your hike. So you meet we're going to meet in the set room. So there'll be a room number at check-in when you go to the front desk. There'll be a room number that I'm going to give them that you go to. It's going to be the hospitality suite. Same for Oregon. So you just go to that room number. We're going to arrive there. That's where you will sign the liability waiver. As I said, oh, hi, my cat's coming to be part of the meeting. That's where you're going to sign the very important liability waiver and get your 2019 Freedom Hike hat, which is super fun. And then from there, depending on what time you arrive, we will be going to dinner as a group. We tried to pick a restaurant that had a lot of different options. So in Leavenworth is a German town, so there's a lot of brats and all that good stuff. But we picked yeah, right, Mark? So good. You're going to love Leavenworth. It's so fun. And so we picked a restaurant that has a variety of stuff. So we're doing a team dinner at 5:30 p.m. And the restaurant will be listed on the document that I'm going to send to everybody after this meeting. So we have reservations each night for 18 people. So we're going to kind of take over that restaurant and just be able to rally together. We've been on computer screens this whole time. And so once we get to be in person together, it's going to be great to be able to connect before we do the super hard thing the next morning. And so talking about the wonderful, hard, beautiful thing that we get to do, we are going to be up bright and early. So continue to wrap your mind around the earliness that is going to happen. Oregon hikers, you're going to be you might be like a half an hour later, but still you're going to be pretty dang early. So everyone, we have 2 groups going out each day, but everyone is going to be meeting in the parking lot of the Hub Hotel at, you ready? 2:30 a.m. Come on, we can do hard things. You'll be thankful. Trust me, you'll be thankful when you are on the trail early before the sun starts to hit you when you're climbing up Asgard Pass or when you're summiting South Sister. So 2:30 in the morning. The first group is going to be shuttled at 2:45. Going to leave for the trailhead, going to get shuttled to the trailhead. The second group is going to leave 15 to 20 minutes after that. We do that because trail regulations require us to be 1 mile separated or a half an hour to an hour. Now, we want to let that first team get about a mile ahead before we send the other team out. Why we don't go to the trailhead altogether is because we learned from last year. Who's thankful for learning from last year? I am. So when we all got to the trailhead last year at the same time, there was congestion in the restrooms, and there was we were all just kind of antsy and just wanted to hit the trail once we're there. And so we're trying to alleviate that by first group being shuttled out at 2:45, second group about 20 minutes after that. But we are all meeting at the same time, 2:30, because nobody wants to get 15 minutes less sleep or more sleep and be like, oh, they got more sleep than I did. So we're just going to meet all at 2:30 and it'll be fun. So that is that. Does that all make sense? Oh, dark 30, dark and early. It's so true. I'm looking at the comments. What time again? 2:30 in the parking lot. Any questions on the time frames, when you are to arrive, the night before, anything about dinner reservations? Oregon, do you have any questions? Let's see. What if we're late to check in? That is okay. So yeah, just shoot me an email to let me know what time you're expecting to get there. If you're more around dinner time, just meet us at the restaurant and then we can get your liability signed when we get back to the hotel. Does that answer your question? Okay. And then check in the night before. This is all on the recording too. You can go back and watch the recording if you were kind of late to the party. But check in the night before is between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. How do we decide what group goes first? It really doesn't matter. But yeah, on the day that I'm going, I'll be in the second group. So my group, you're going second. But I kind of have an idea, but I won't. If you really want to know, you can email me and I'll let you know what I'm thinking. But everybody is kind of, we're all kind of in the same pace range. But as we know from years past and what I've communicated is each group goes as slow as the slowest person. I will say at the end of the trail, 2 to 3 miles out, when it really is, a straight shot and easy to follow, if going slow is agony on your body and you need to speed up, we're not going to be no, you can't go, because we want to respect what's happening. But because of the terrain and trail navigation, it gets a little sketchy in areas, finding the trail. So we want to be able to stick together and have the GPS and following the route. So, yeah, that is that. Any questions about that? Okay. So we really want to hone in on, so last year, or first year, I think it was, we really focused a lot on Asgard Pass, and Asgard Pass is a beast, and it's going to be hard, which it is. I mean, it's not technical, like we don't have to rope up or anything, and it is a hard scramble, but I would not say that it's the hardest part of the journey. The hardest part of the journey is really going to be that last 5 to 6 miles where you think you should be done, or you spot the parking lot, but you really only have an hour left, or you really have an hour left. So I really want us to get that into our minds. You are going to be challenged in that moment. You will question all of the things, and whatever your tendencies, or whenever you're triggered, whatever rises up, whether it's shutting down, getting angry, whatever, that's going to come up tenfold. So just be prepared for those emotions to rise up, and like, know that it's okay. You're not an evil person, but have grace on each other, right? Like, you have grace on your team. Everybody is in it and doing the same thing together. So I really, I want us to focus in on just the amount of heart that you're going to experience mentally on this last part of the trail. And that's really where we have such an opportunity to dig into our why, and what pushed us to do this in the first place. And I've told people in the past, don't let that last 5 miles, when you have these different emotions, sometimes negative, come up. When the negative comes up, don't let that last 5 miles and those negative emotions define your whole journey. Because there's a tendency we might want to go there. Like, I should have never done this. Who talked me into this? Why did I? What are we doing? What are we doing out here? I'm literally on the 150th switchback and I'm about to scream. So does that, how does that land with you guys? Does that make sense? Like, I don't want you to have you go into this blind with not understanding how hard that last part is. Even though you're not climbing, you're going down, but it's hard. Same with the sisters, same with after you summit that mountain, you're gonna be like, yes, I got to the top. But then you have a lot of miles to be able to get to the end. So enjoy every part of the process, every part of the journey. Soak it in. Don't miss it. It's going to be good. You guys, we are in for a time of our lives, and being able to connect and do it in community is so incredible. And the fact that just the Washington team has almost raised $95,000. You guys, seriously. And the sisters, the Oregon team, which is a smaller team, they've already raised $10,000. Like, it's just incredible, the amount of funds that are coming in because you were willing to put it out there. You were willing to take a stand. You were willing to stand up. You were willing to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Take a chance, take a risk, and do something like this. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I really just want to, in the last 10 minutes, have space for questions, because if you're thinking the question, chances are somebody else is thinking the question. So go ahead and unmute and fire away.
Hey, Laura, I have 2 questions.
Yes, Melanie.
One is, how cold is it going to be when we start? Like, how should we be dressed? And then the second would just be tips for the few days before we hike, like in terms of what type of nutrition and water, and what kind of exercise we should or shouldn't be doing. Like, should we back off of what our normal day-to-day routine would be? Those are my 2 questions.
Definitely. So if you were on the earlier part of the week, And for Oregon, I'll be shooting out weather updates on your page too as it comes closer. But at the beginning of the hike, it's looking like we're going to be in the upper 40s. So there's going to be a chill. So typically, what I do, regardless of what the weather is doing, I always have my tank, my base layer, and my either a thin puffy jacket or my thicker puffy jacket, depending on if I'm hiking in a little bit cooler. But this would be a thinner outer layer jacket, because you're going to want that jacket regardless if you because you want to prepare for anything. So have those type of layers, and we'll have the natural stopping point to where we can take off a layer. And then the few days before, so like a week before, you want to be really tapering down on any strength training. So not exhausting your muscles. This is not the time to swole those muscles at the gym. So you can back off on that. Hydration is huge. I mean, have a bottle of water next to you all the time. There we go. Rebecca, I see you drinking that. Good girl. Have a bottle of water next to you. It will make or break your hike if you're not hydrated. I'm telling you right now. So huge. Steer is clear away from alcohol, just things that will dehydrate you. If you normally have a glass of wine at night, like that's what your normal is, then okay, that's fine. It's not going to completely dehydrate you, but don't go and party it up a couple days before. And then just steering away from things that would counteract any hydration. Just a balanced diet. You don't have to, I would not switch anything in your diet. So like if you're normally used to eating a certain way, don't drastically go, I'm going to be keto this week, or I'm going to, turn vegetarian, or don't switch anything the week before you hike, because you just don't know how your body's going to respond. But I would add in, like the 3 days before, just start adding in 200 to 300 more calories each day. So you kind of you're building. And then the night before the hike, just getting a nice balanced protein, good carbs. You don't have to eat, a pot of pasta. It's just a nice balance, something that's not going to sit super heavy on your stomach. Does that answer your question? Okay, great. And we are going to be hiking in the dark in the first hour and a half. So that's another thing to prepare your mind for. We will have headlamps and strength in numbers, but it kind of disorients you at first. So, but you get used to it. Okay. No, sorry. I have a child right here. Snap my finger. Oh. Okay. What other questions?
Can you talk about food for the trail, like for breakfast, lunch, dinner? What kind of food do we need to pack?
So what have you been kind of used to eating? Whatever you've been used to having in your training hikes. I know you guys had a different situation because you were training on the stair stepper at the gym. But anything that you're used to having in regards to bars, if you have a good go-to bar that you like. I usually have, my go-to is peanut butter and honey sandwiches, because the jelly doesn't squirt out. You can mix the honey in and it doesn't create this mess. But you want to be eating something about every hour, about 200 calories every hour. So when you're planning for your nutrition, count your calories that you're putting into your bag. Do you have enough calories? We tend to overpack in the area of food, but as long as you have, 4,500 calories worth of food in your pack.
Calories every hour.
We should plan on about 4,500 calories worth of food. That's a good measure for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all know what makes our stomach upset and what doesn't. So stick to the things that are not going to upset your stomach, and have your good electrolytes, things that you've already been training with. Again, don't switch it up. I think I'm going to say that so many times. Don't, take a 5-hour energy at the top of Asgard Pass. Please don't do it.
Do you have a schedule's the wrong word, but a kind of target number of breaks, and like a lunch-ish break? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
Yeah.
What do you prefer?
Yeah. So it's going to be, I'm going to have target times that we want to kind of be at different places. Like if you are here, you're tracking to be done by 8 p.m. We kind of want to not take so much time. So I'll send that out to all of the trail leads, but yeah, there's going to be very kind of natural places to where we'll be able to stop. The base of Asgard. So after you reach Kolchak Lake and you walk around to the base of Asgard, that's going to be a good 20-30 minute rest point. Fuel up, get ready to take on Asgard Pass. And then when you get to the top of Asgard, that's probably going to be a natural place to refill all of your water. So there's some streams at the top, taking 20 minutes, refill your water. But really there's going to be those moments where you're eating the 200 calories. That's where you want to have that front pack or something that's easy to access, where you're able to pull out, like half of a fig bar or whatever your snack of choice is. But I cannot reiterate enough how important it is to stay on top of your nutrition and stay on top of your hydration. If you don't feel like drinking, drink. If you don't feel like eating, eat. Because you go ahead.
Sorry, will there be places in Leavenworth where we can buy stuff, or should we plan on getting it?
There's a Safeway. Yep, there's a Safeway right in Leavenworth. And there's also a little outdoor store too that has some trail food and different bars and electrolytes and stuff. But if you have that special thing, bring the special thing. That's your go-to.
Somebody just asked about snow on the trail, and I actually just messaged with somebody who trail ran it today. And he said that the trail is 99% snow-free. And the trail portion of Asgard is completely snow-free.
Perfect.
And all the cairns are super visible and obvious. And he said that the one 50-foot section that and it's up in the upper enchantment.
Yeah,
it has snow on it. He's like, it's a sidewalk. It's very clear where you walk.
Yes, yeah, totally. So there is going to be, that's great information. Thank you. So there is going to be, what she's talking about is like a big kind of 50-foot snow field that really doesn't, I've never seen it be completely gone. But there's a trail, trudge out where people walk through. So it's going to, there was kind of question on is it going to melt enough to where we don't need microspikes? If you feel like that scares you, crossing over a 50-foot, field of snow, and you want to have some extra traction on your shoe, go ahead and throw those things in your pack. But it's not going to be needed, especially because Asgard is free of snow. That's great news. Okay. So there'll be like a natural place at Lake Perfection. That's going to be a good lunch spot, because that's kind of where we want to be, is around lunchtime, be at Lake Perfection or a little bit after. And then Snow Lakes is another good stopping point. We want to be, all groups, we kind of want to be leaving Snow Lakes around 3:30 p.m. That's a good target time, because that last stretch out takes longer than we really think. So we're shooting to have everybody off the trail between 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. It's a long day, but we really are shooting before dark. So if your trail lead says, okay, we got to giddy up and go, or Do you have another gear in you? Can we shift into a little bit of a higher pace? Just, it may ignite some frustration in you if you hear that. Just take a deep breath and see, and like say, do I have it, or am I just not wanting to do it?
Keep doing the $50. Yeah.
Hey, Laura.
Okay. Yep.
I apologize because I joined late and you probably already mentioned it, but what time will we be starting out?
Yep. We're going to be meeting in the parking lot of the hotel at 2:30 a.m.
That's 2:30. 2.
Yes, ma'am. 2:30. 2:30.
And then what time will we actually be on the trail?
We will be, first group will be starting at 3 o'clock. Second group will be starting about 3:30.
Got it.
Yeah, those are estimates. That's if everybody can get potty breaks and all that good stuff going on.
Yeah. So we'll just let that go. I think that was the only other one. That's all my stuff.
Okay, any other questions?
Nope.
Oregon, you girls have any questions?
There's a question on there about from Rachel on the screen.
Yep, I'm gonna respond to her.
Okay.
Yep. Respond to everybody. Well, the trail leads. Okay. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the opportunity that we have in the next week and even the week of that we're there in Leavenworth to really, I know you guys have been pushing hard with fundraising, but we have such an opportunity. Like people actually, when they actually see that you're on the cusp of doing it, they're like, oh, I've been seeing their whole journey and I've been wanting to donate this whole time. They like things just pour in. I mean, we've seen it already in the last week and a half. Like over $10,000 has come in just in the last week and a half. It's crazy, or more than that. So don't be, even if you've met your goal, continue to share because you never know. An extra $50 is an extra $50. Like it makes a difference. And if you're planning on just donating yourself, just go ahead and do that anytime between now and your hike. Or if you're partnering with somebody, go ahead and donate before your hike, and that would be awesome. Did you guys see that last email I sent out with the quotes?
Really doesn't tell me.
So it's so good to remember to really put the person, the woman, the child,
Not muted.
in front of us when we're doing this last push. What are thoughts? I'm wondering, Laura, to have the lead send everyone the time expectations or suggestions to complete on the time. That'd be super helpful. I can send that out, but so sending out the kind of the times on when we want to hit certain places. I will send that out, but you guys have to promise me that you will let it go. Like you won't hold those times as your Bible. You won't hold those times as I'm failing if I don't hit this place at a certain time. Okay, I do. I want you to be able to, kind of wrap your mind around like why maybe they're asking you to speed up a little bit, or why we're trying to push to get to this place before we have lunch. I think that's really good for you guys to know. But also, like, don't let it get inside your head either, right? Let the journey be the journey. That is a huge part of this, you guys. Letting what is be what is. So we have certain expectations going into it. Just lay them at the trail, like physically when you're walking onto that trail for the first time next week, or in Oregon 3 weeks from now. Lay your expectations at the trailhead. Leave them there.
No, I don't need
today is going to be what it is, and just release it.
So, Laura, will there be internet service or self-service, not internet service, on the trail where we'll be able to do like live videos or anything?
So we lose service about 3 miles before we get to the trail. So we'll lose service, and we won't have it until probably a mile before you get to the end of the trail. I do thank you for asking that question, because that brings me to a point that I wanted to cover. Each trail or each group will have a GPS unit with two-way communication. So we'll be able to text. We'll be able to text people that are in Leavenworth. So it's for emergency situations, for also to keep them updated on where we are. So if you have family and friends that want to keep track of kind of how you're doing, we are going to be posting on the Freedom Hikers public page. Kind of, the team just made it to the top of Asgard. They're coming to, they're halfway done. Those markers, so whoever wants to follow that, just have them go to Freedom Hikers, the Facebook page, and go ahead and give it a like, and then it will pop up in their feed, and they'll be able to follow along the journey. And those GPS units also have an SOS button, which goes right to search and rescue. So if there's an emergency situation, we'll have that to be able to push. We are praying that is not the case. So really, yeah, part of risk management is doing all that you can do to prepare yourself, which you've done in the training. Doing all you can do to really to watch your footing. Don't attempt something that doesn't feel like you're stable. Take a step, even if you have to shimmy down on your rear end. I don't care. Just do it safely. So that's what we're going to be about. If you have to go down a boulder at a glacial pace, go down a boulder at a glacial pace. So that makes sense about the two-way communication. It's not going to be like, oh, can I use your GPS unit to text my dad? We can't do that. It's just to the phone numbers that we already have set up in the system.
Hey, Laura.
Yeah.
Within our group, like at the canyon, when we did canyon, people got spread out pretty far. Is this going to be where the group stays in the group?
It is, yeah. So because the groups are so small, there are only 6 to 8 people each group, because of trail regulations and because of the nature of the trail. The canyon is a very easy trail to follow. The enchantments is there's a lot of rocks, there's a lot of boulders, it's a little harder to navigate in areas. So we are sticking together. Until good. There's that last 2-3 miles. That's a pretty easy straight shot. But by the end, you're probably going to want to finish with your team. But if it's ailing your body, your body's I need to go faster, then yeah, hike ahead.
That won't be me.
I know. Oh, yes. Yep. Summer was just saying to invite people to the Facebook page. Do it from your PC, and you can go invite friends, and then you can click on all the friends that you want to invite to the Freedom Hikers page, and they can go on and like it. Okay. Any other questions? Are you guys feeling ready? Do you feel like you've been prepared mentally, physically? You know what's ahead. Awesome, John. Thank you for that. Thumbs up. That's the heart of this. We want you guys to know what is ahead, but also to be able to enjoy the surprises and the beauty along the way. You guys
Laura, when will this come out? The part I missed in the beginning, when will this be out so I can rewatch?
Yep. So I will, as soon as it loads, so probably later tonight. Yeah, I'll be able to email it out along with the schedule for the week, certain times we have to be places, and also those time frames of where we want to kind of hit certain spots on the trail.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions? I'm so excited, you guys. Washington is showing off right now, so we're thrilled to welcome you to our state and have you enjoy this trail. And I can't tell you how stinking proud I am of this group. Like, truly, you guys have been digging in big time, and the fruit is there. You guys we're seeing it. I love my news feed this time of year.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
I'm on the Facebook and I typed in Freedom Hikers and 2 different pages came up.
So
which one is it?
It's the one with it. The profile picture is red. It says everyone deserves freedom, or everyone.
Freedom is for everyone.
Yep. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
That's the one.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah. We have a great hospitality team serving you next week. When you get off the trail, there'll be hot pizza and beer. Good stuff. It's another reason why we want to get you off the trail before 8 p.m. so you can enjoy a little time of relax and celebration before you go to bed.
Perfect.
You guys are going to do great. You're going to do great. Hydrate. Stay on top of your nutrition. Take some ibuprofen or Advil, whatever you normally do for an anti-inflammatory. Take it before you need it. Okay, before you start to feel a headache, before you start to feel the pains, take it before you need it. And then in 6 hours, take it again. Okay, I usually pop it right before I get on the trail, and then in 6 hours, I take it again. So there's another tip for you. Okay, we good? You guys, if any last minute stuff, don't hesitate to email me. That's what we're here for, or email your trail lead. Okay. All right. I just like looking at you, so. Okay. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah. Go ahead, Rebecca.
I'm sorry. Really quick. When did you say what did you say you needed if we had a business sponsor? I can't remember. Before Friday.
Yeah, the logo. Yeah.
You just need a copy of their logo.
Yeah, just a JPEG or a PNG of the logo, so I can get that printed off. So you'll be able to roll that up and stick it in your pack, so you can take a nice little proudly picture.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. So if you guys have a business sponsor, please send me the JPEG or the PNG. If I don't have it in my email, I won't be able to get you what you need to take a picture on the trail.
How long do you think the hike will take us, or what are we anticipating?
So anywhere from 14 to 17 hours.
Oh, I need to pack more snacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the beginning, if I would anticipate, just count your calories when you're putting it into your pack. Like
that's
about 4,500 calories. Have that in your pack.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Sorry, Laura. I just saw Mandy got on. So is Oregon sticking around to do our talk, or are we done?
I don't know. You guys can probably be done. Did you feel like you got enough information, unless you guys want to connect? You can. I can. You know what? Just stay on. That's easy. Oregon, just stay on after everybody else pops off, and then you guys can maybe just connect for 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I don't know where everyone lands with God or faith or all of that, but I believe that there is an amazing God that loves us so much, and He is for you. He's behind you. He's with you in this journey. And I just want to pray us out of this call and pray protection over all of us next week, because truly I believe this whole thing was God-breathed, God-inspired, and His favor is on it. And so we're going to give the glory where glory is due. So I just want to take that opportunity to do that and celebrate how big He is. All right, Lord, thank you. Thank you so much for this group. You're so good. God, we couldn't do it without you. There is definitely something stronger within us, Lord, and who you created us to be. So God, I pray for protection over all of the travel that is ahead for everybody, the logistics, all of the things, the nutrition, the hydration leading up to this big day. Lord, that you would just cover it, that our bodies would function the way they were intended to function, that we would feel, I'm believing that we are going to feel the best we have ever felt. Lord, you go before us, you stand beside us, and you lift us up and you carry us when we need it. So God, we give you the glory. We celebrate all of the funds that have come in, the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars that is going directly to these programs that are fighting sex trafficking around the world. For the women and the children that get to have a safe place, that no longer have to be in an environment where they exploited on a daily, on a nightly basis, Lord. We thank you for their freedom. We thank you that as we fight for their freedom, we ourselves gain more freedom. We celebrate it. We love you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. You guys are awesome. I can't wait to hug all of you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, you guys. You guys can click off, and then Oregon's going to stay on. Bye. I'll see you next week. Yay! Sis? Awesome. Hi, Oregon. I'm just going to say, Manny's going to talk. I'm just going to stay because I want to. If you guys have the ability to show us your face, we'd love to see your face.
I don't think you want to see mine as it's 10 o'clock almost where I'm at.
That's funny. That's true. It is late.
Hello.
Hey, Mandy.
Oh, good. You finally can hear me and see me. That was some work. I'm so sorry, you guys.
That's okay. It worked out.
I've been trying to get on for about a half an hour.
Oh, shoot. I knew there was something going on technical, so we just rolled with it. We
good.
We went
Then
over
ignore
all
the
the
text.
It does. It's same information, different trail, different dates.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So what information should I fill in that you guys already talked about that I shouldn't talk about?
I would just say like what you're excited about leading up to the next 3 weeks. I mean, you can just, yeah.
I'm just excited for all the trainings you guys are doing. It's incredible. I can't believe the things that you guys are doing and the fundraising. It's just amazing. Do you guys feel excited about this? Are you guys feeling excited? I don't know.
You guys can talk. We can unmute. We got less people. We can unmute everybody. Hold on.
Oh, I thought they were unmuted. Excuse me.
Sorry.
I'm having difficulties. Sorry, guys.
No, I'm the gatekeeper of the mute. There we go. I just unmuted people. So if you want to say something, you can unmute. So yeah, how are you feeling? Give us a word. Give us a word. How are you feeling?
Excited.
How's your training going? Do you guys feel ready? Yeah. I'm just scrolling through looking at all of your wonderful faces.
Oh yeah, you're on your phone, so you have to.
Yeah. And it's cutting in and out. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I keep hearing you, Laura, and then you're going away.
Uh-oh. Do you guys have any questions that pertain just to specific Oregon stuff?
Have you done the trail yet, Mandy, or are you doing it this week?
We're doing it this week. We actually cut our hike short so we could go up there sooner.
That's
awesome. So if there's anything you need me to or want me to look at while I'm up there, let me know. I can take some video. Maybe
yeah,
look
at the snow. Just let us
I
know
think
the snow is at the top.
One question besides snow is, are there restrooms on the trail?
There's restrooms at the beginning.
Okay. So do we need to pack a shovel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need.
Pack a potty bag. You can put a shovel in there. You can put a little bag to put the tissue in that you use. Some hand sanitizer, maybe some wipes. If it's a black bag, I know it sounds so funny, a potty bag, but it really does help because we'll be out there for a while. And if you need to go, you know, it's just something that happens. You just need to dig a hole 6 inches,
6
by
inches,
6
yeah.
inches,
Mm-hmm.
and then
I
bury
have
it.
a
If you're
really funny story regarding that situation. I can share. It was
Share it.
I did not make it 6 inches before it had to come out.
oh no.
I was like, well, what do you do?
Were the goats following you?
No. Thank goodness. But, no, you guys, okay, do you want to just take 2 minutes and laugh? Okay. So I was on a backpacking trip.
1 second, Laura. Do you want to be on record for this?
Oh, I'm not recording this part. I don't think. Am I?
It says record still.